Hi everyone, welcome back to my videos. I am so sorry. I first of all want to apologise for the kind of break in videos there. You know, my schedule is usually 3 videos a week. I had such a busy week last week, and there were a few other things that I need to just let you know about, just so that you know the reason why I wasn't posting any hauls last week. Unfortunately last week myself and my mother-in-law actually both got no transaction coupons again. In fact, I only personally received 2 regular personalised coupons, and I believe those were the ones that everyone got, and so I was a little bit not disheartened, I wouldn't use that word. Maybe we know these things are randomised, and so we don't always get all the coupons that everybody else might get. It did seem, however, that there were quite a few people in the same situation as us, especially since my mother-in-law had obviously just started couponing, and so it was a bit weird why she wasn't getting any coupons. Yes, I've been doing it for a long time, so maybe CVS was just like, you know what, you've saved too much, you're not getting anything, who knows. But this week we were actually back to getting all of the regular coupons, etc., that I was expecting, for the last week. I did mention in my personal hauls for the past couple of weeks prior to last week that obviously I hadn't been getting a transaction coupon for a while. Not in my app, not via email, not via mail, not even via the red box, and so I was actually using extra care books that I had accumulated in surplus to actually use as my transaction coupons. It just got to a point last week where I didn't get a transaction coupon again, and I also didn't have any personalised coupons either, so it was kind of a little bit of a dead loss last week. It was going to be a bit hit or miss whether it was even going to be a great deal to share with you guys, and so personally I just decided not to do a CVS haul last week. Obviously, I've had a really long stretch where I've been doing it every single week, and just last week I just thought, you know what, it's one of those weeks where it just really isn't worth it. I would actually be spending more money putting into it than I would be getting out from it, and obviously, my kind of motto is not to really spend any money, if at all. And so that was the same thing for my mother-in-law. Like I just said prior, there were a few people that I noticed on kind of really popular kind of couponing websites that I frequent, where I go and check out deals. A lot of people were complaining, saying that they hadn't either received any coupons or any transactions coupons in a while, and they were wondering what was happening. So I think it could have just been kind of something that happened to a lot of people last week. I'm not sure. If it happened to you, please let me know, as I would love to know, and keep me updated on yourselves, and that would be interesting to also find out. But yeah, so this week I am back. Unfortunately I don't have my CVS haul for myself just yet. There was a little bit of an issue in store with my transaction. I did go to the store yesterday, I almost bought everything, I had everything in my cart, and there's just an issue at checkout, and I just really didn't want to proceed again with a transaction that wasn't gonna kind of give me back what I deserve to get back, if that makes any sense. And so I will be redoing that haul at a different location, and hopefully I will still be able to get that video to you this week as well. But for today, because I don't want to leave you without videos for so long, I kind of miss chatting to you guys as well. I want to obviously share with you my mother-in-law's couponing haul, which we did yesterday as well, but that one went completely smoothly. I think we ended up with a little bit of a moneymaker, which was great as well. And so yeah, I just want to quickly kind of go through the things. It's going to be quite a short haul again. When you are starting to coupon, the hauls aren't as large as the ones that I've been showing you, because I've been doing it for almost a year now on my personal end. However, when you're starting, you may only find that you manage to pick up a few items. Some weeks might be better than others, and I've explained this in a couple of videos, but just obviously not to get disheartened even if you come back with a few things. Even if you come back with one free thing, it's better than coming back with nothing, as long as the trip hasn't been taken a lot of gas to get there. The CVS locations pretty much everywhere now, and so I hope that a lot of you are within a really close distance of a CVS, and that is something as well I want to address. I know a lot of you say that you would like me to put up some Walgreens hauls. Whilst I'm not an avid fan of Walgreens in terms of couponing, there are definitely occasions where you can get some great deals at Walgreens, and for a while I did actually, before I started my YouTube channel, I actually did do some Walgreens trips. I just didn't find it as lucrative as shopping at CVS. However, I did want to bring you guys at the beginning of this haul a really super easy deal that you can pick up from Walgreens, and I wanted to include it in this particular video instead of making its own standalone video, as I think it's one of those things that is really easy to pick up if you are a beginner couponer, and you want to pick up a really quick and simple deal without really putting much thought into it. Now, in this particular case, you are going to have to send in a mail-in rebate. I did do a really in-depth video the other day where I went through every single step that you would possibly need to either fill in a mail-in rebate or an electronic mail-in rebate. This particular one is a kind of a definite mail-in rebate. You can't send it in electronically, and whether you've seen it or not I don't know, but I did want to bring it to your attention because I would love if, you know, everyone picked this up, as I think it's a great deal. So this is concerning the Right Guard deodorant. This is the men's deodorant. This is well, the one I picked up was Extreme Max Power Precision Dry Spray, but there was a few other options. I think one was Arctic Fresh and one was blue, or like a lighter blue than this. So there was a green one, a blue one, an orange one, and a little bit of a lighter blue one. But basically they all look the same, they're just a different colour. They should be in a stand together as well, because I believe these are being promoted at the moment. I know a lot of companies that do deodorants are promoting their dry sprays at the moment because they're becoming more common over in America, and so definitely pick this up if you can. This particular one and the one that you kind of want to pick up should have a Peely sticker on the top of it. The Peely sticker is for $1 off the product, and it is obviously, you know, I believe, yeah, just on the top here. I can still see where I peeled it off, so yeah, it should be on the top of the bottle or on the cap or somewhere. Please try and get one that does have a Peely on it. It obviously makes this deal even better. I believe the rebate on this is up to $5.49. It's definitely in that ballpark. I'll definitely leave the correct amount in the down bar below, but if you can pick this up and send the rebate in and use the $1 off, I think I paid $6.49 for it. Actually, yeah, I paid it's $6.49 to buy from Walgreens where I purchased it from. There was a $1 off coupon which obviously made it $5.49, and the rebate is up to around about that figure. Essentially I am getting it for free. I also paid a little bit less because I used some of my Walgreens points that I accumulated prior from shopping there, just to make this into a little bit of a money maker for myself. So if you do have points accumulated, you know, maybe even just put $1 to $2 towards this, you're going to make a little bit of a money maker from it. So I'll include a little bit more in depth down below, but yeah, if you can pick this up, this is going to be a great, either just a freebie or a great money maker. I know dry sprays are becoming a lot more common over here and they're super good. I think they're a lot better than the underarm stick deodorants. That's my personal opinion. And this is the men's version, so fortunately there isn't a women's version available, you know, for this deal at the moment. But yeah, definitely pick this up if you can do. Again, like I said, I'll leave the mail-in rebate video below. There's no point in me explaining and going over everything like that again in this video. I just wanted to bring it to you because it's a super simple deal for anybody that's just started couponing and wants to gather a few freebies. So let's move on to the bulk of this video, which is obviously the CVS haul. I believe round 3 from my mother-in-law. So let's get started. Okay guys, so let's kick off and go with the first deal that we picked up this week. I don't know whether I mentioned in the intro, but we literally are only picking up a few items this week. I'm personally picking up in terms of my haul. I don't know what about your haul, yours might be less or more, but I'm only picking 3 items up essentially in this haul. Yes, I am picking up multiples, but it is keeping to the same item. So this haul would be a good a good example to watch if you are somebody who is new to couponing, or maybe you are a long time couponer, however you like to keep your couponing hauls small and concise. Obviously this is probably better for those of you who have just started, because it means that you can focus your attention on a smaller amount of products, a smaller amount of coupons, to ensure that you don't go wrong anywhere, you don't make mistakes if there's too many items. It's a good one to kind of get you into couponing and not scare you or overwhelm you. So hopefully this should be really easy to follow. I know my last haul wasn't that big either, but this one should be maybe even a little bit easier just because there's not that many items in total. So the first deal that we picked up this week was concerning the Colgate deal. Now Colgate was part of a few deals this week. The particular deal that we went for in kind of regards to this particular product, and this is the Colgate Total 12-Hour Pro Shield. This is in the flavour Spearmint. Now I prefer the Spearmint to the peppermint version, which is the blue bottle, just because I find the peppermint to be a little bit too peppery, if that makes any sense, a little bit too minty. Obviously that's personal preference, but I just thought I would mention it. I know when I buy the Colgate Total Daily Repair, which is the smaller version in blue, that's a fresh mint, not peppermint, so don't get too confused over the kind of the flavours, because they are a little bit different. When you're concerning the 12-Hour Pro Shield, the flavours are either spearmint, which is the green, or peppermint, which is the blue, so just bear that in mind. So this was the 1 litre bottle. Now this particular week we had the deal on the Colgate Total 1 litre bottles of mouthwash for £5.99, and that was the sale price. The other kind of thing that was included in that sale was also the Colgate Optic White. If you just see behind me there's the bottle. Oh, wrong way. This bottle here, which is the white bottle with the red label, that's Colgate Optic White. That's also a litre bottle, I think about 32 ounces or 33.8 fluid ounces. And those are both included in the deal together. It means that you're getting essentially 1 litre for £5.99 when you would otherwise only be getting, say, the 500ml bottle, which is half the size, for £5.49, which is a regular price. So don't get confused and pick this one up. You are concerned about the 1 litre bottles, and it's a great deal because if we're spending £5.49 regularly, if you were to say not use coupons or anything, not that we would be doing that, this is £5.49 regularly. That one's not on sale. The litre bottle is, and it's £5.99, so you're essentially getting double the amount for 50 cents more. Obviously we're not spending £5.99 though because we have coupons. So this deal was also part of a deal where if you spent $10 on Colgate, I believe it was only select items, but those should be yellow tagged in the store, and I will double check online just to make sure that you have the right product selection, so you're not picking anything that isn't included in the deal. But if you do spend $10, you will get 5 extra care books back. That's a great deal to take part in this week, because we have some really good high value coupons that we can use on this deal. So obviously you can spend within the 98% rule. I'll link below for that kind of tutorial I did if you are still unsure about that rule, but it essentially means that you only have to spend 98% of the $10 to receive the 5 extra care books back. Now for me, the best way to do this deal was to buy 2 of the Colgate Totals 1 litre, so these were £5.99 each. If you want to work the deal a little bit differently, you definitely can do that. You may not get the best deal if you say include the toothpaste or other items, but yeah, I went for 2 of these, and 2 of these equal £11.98 as our running total. We were getting 5 extra care books back, obviously, because we were spending over $10, or we were spending $10. We also had some really good high value coupons this week. If you received the special edition, I believe it was called, of the Smart Sauce this week in your Sunday paper, you should have found that that one had some Colgate coupons, so you should have had a $2 coupon off mouthwash. If you didn't receive that special edition Smart Sauce, which didn't seem to be in all of my papers, so I believe it could have been sporadic, or maybe just not in the papers that I received, but I got 2 of them, so I was okay with this deal. If you can't find that coupon in the circular or the papers that you got this week, then check out coupons.com, because they also have the $2 off coupon for Colgate mouthwash, so you're not going to be kind of out of this deal if you don't have the circulars this week, because we do have the $2 that can be printed online as well, which is fantastic news. I personally, or my mother-in-law, also had a $2 off 2 was it a $2 off 2? No, it was actually a $2 off any one mouthwash, and so obviously we were buying 2 mouthwashes, so we were definitely within that stipulate or regulation for that particular coupon, so we got an additional $2 off the $4 that we were also getting for those 2 coupons. So essentially we had $6 worth of coupons that we could use on this deal, so our out of pocket was coming to $5.98. We were then taking that 5 extra care books back from the deal, and we were spending a total on both of these products of 98 cents or 49 cents each. Now considering that these like I said before, the 500ml, which is half the amount of these big bottles, is usually $5.49 regularly, and we're literally only spending 49 cents each on a massive bottle 1 litre Colgate mouthwash. That's a really, really good deal. So, you know, even if, you know, like I say sometimes, even if you aren't carrying out these deals with me, maybe you're doing a different deal or you have different coupons, you know, these are good examples maybe just to watch, so you can see in the future, if you came across a deal like this, how you could work it. It gives you a good strategy of how to work specific products into a deal. Or decide maybe not even to take part in a deal at all if you don't have the coupons. So for example, what I mean by that is, say for example, we didn't also have a coupon available on coupons.com this week, and we only had it in a special edition Smart Sauce. Say you didn't receive that special edition Smart Sauce, and so you weren't able to get those two $2 or $4 in total coupons off this deal, well then it wouldn't make it a fantastic deal to take part in, and it would probably be something that you would either have to consider using a transaction coupon to lower the out of pocket, or maybe not taking part in the deal at all because it would be too much out of pocket, and you're not getting any extra care bucks back to cover the full amount. So I always class a good deal as the out of pocket may say, like in this case, be $5.98, but we're getting $5 in extra care bucks back, so that is covering the majority of how much we are spending out of pocket. I will be doing a video I've mentioned a couple of times now. I'm actually thinking of recording it after this, so you get a good idea of which items to pick up, you know, when you get a good deal, so your extra care bucks almost cover your out of pocket. And in this case, you know, that has happened. If you didn't receive those $2 coupons in the special edition circular, and you weren't able to print them out online, just don't take part in the deal, and don't be disheartened that you don't have to take part in every deal, because they'll always come back around, and you will have the personalised coupons. And also you've got to consider that you may be able to, or in a better position personally, to pick up a different set of products than me or somebody else that you might be watching on YouTube. So bear that in mind, and obviously don't get disheartened. Okay, so let's move on to the next deal that I picked up this week. Now this was concerning Lady Speed Stick. Lady Speed Stick is very regularly on promotion at CVS, either on sale or in an extra care book deal. This particular week we actually had a combination of the two. So these were actually 2 for $5. So it definitely made sense to buy 2, because then you were obviously getting it for the cheaper sale price. I think these were around $3 to $4 usually on their own, so 2 for $5 is, you know, off the bat a great deal. However, for us that's not a great deal. We obviously want to combine this with extra care bucks and obviously coupons. So this particular week, like I said, this was in a combination deal, 2 for $5, and if you spent $10 you would get 5 extra care bucks back. So we are going to buy 4 of them. Now the reason why this makes more sense to buy 4 is because if we spend $10 on them, we are automatically going to get $5 back in extra care bucks, which essentially makes 2 of these automatically free. So why buy 2 for $5 when you can buy 4 and get 5 extra bucks back, and essentially you're only paying for 2 in the first place and you're getting 2 for free. And so we also, you know, in our case, we want to make this an even better deal, and so we're going to combine this deal again with some coupons that we have. So in this particular week's Smart Sauce, we had some Lady Speed Stick coupons. I believe this could have been in the special edition Smart Sauce again, and I keep going on about the special edition Smart Sauce. It was probably in a lot of your circulars in the Sunday paper, but for us in New Jersey, it was actually, there was about 2 or 3 different versions of the Smart Sauce, and one of them was like a thicker version, and it said like something on it about it being a special edition Smart Sauce, and there was a lot more coupons in it, and a lot more coupons which were valuable in this CVS trip in particular. So that had 50-cent coupons in it. Now unfortunately I only had 2 of those special edition ones, and there was no online digital printable coupons for Lady Speed Stick, so I could actually only use $1 off this deal. However, if you had 4 of those, you could have, and I was hoping to obviously have 4 of them, but I didn't, you could have obviously used 4 of those, a total or a maximum of 4 in your transaction, so you could have got $2 off all 4, which would obviously have been a better deal. The reason why I chose to still do this deal, because a lot of you know that if I don't have the, you know, the maximum amount of coupons that were available, I don't take part in a deal, was just because in this particular case, my mother-in-law uses Lady Speed Stick. I think it's a really good deodorant in general. It's the Dare to Wear Black Clear protection as well, so it won't come off on your clothing, and it's also in the powder fresh scent, which my mother-in-law loves as well. So apart from it being something that she regularly uses, it was only $1 in terms of coupons that we weren't getting back. It was still a good deal in terms of what we were able to pick up this week, and also the transaction coupon that she had. I'll come to that at the end, but she did have a 5 off a $25 purchase, and so that $5 that were coming off the $25 purchase in total would be able to kind of absorb some of that extra outstanding out of pocket that the extra bucks and the coupons that we did have available wasn't able to cover. So it's definitely not something that we need to be completely concerned about you know, concerned about at the moment, and that's the reason why I did still decide to take part in this deal. Obviously it would have been perfect if I had all 4 of those 50-cent coupons, because then it would have just been an even better deal. So I'm going to tell you if you had all 4 of those, because, you know, that makes more sense, because that's the deal that I had initially planned on doing. So if we bought all 4, like I said, we would be getting a complete we would be meeting that threshold completely at $10. We would be getting the 5 extra care bucks back for spending 10. We had those 4 50-cent off coupons, which came to $2, and I also personally had a 30% off coupon, which was on specifically deodorants. I didn't actually think initially that this would go through, because I believe since CVS policy, or the CVS policy has changed, I didn't know whether if you got a personalised coupon, whether if it was a percentage off you could still use it on sale items. I did ask the manager in the store and she accepted the coupon. She said it was totally fine, and so I did get an additional 30% off this deal. So in terms of this deal, like I just said, running total was $10. We were getting 5 extra care bucks back. Our out of pocket was $8, and we were getting 5 extra care bucks back, and so that was making it $3. Now in that particular calculation I didn't take into account the 30%, because personally I didn't think it would be allowed. I did ask, she accepted it, and so 30% extra would obviously be $3, because 30% of $10 is 3, and so as I said, the total, you know, the complete total was $3 outstanding, which in my case would have been $4, because I didn't have those 2 additional 50-cent coupons. However, the 30% was accepted, and so if you had all 4, this would have made it a free deal if you had that personalised coupon, or in my case it was like it was $1 out of pocket, or $1 in total, because I was able to use that 30% off coupon. Something about that tells me it won't be accepted everywhere, and that is something that probably is down to the manager's discretion at your store. I did inquire about it, like I said before, because I personally didn't think it would be accepted, but she put it through and it was totally fine. It didn't get rejected or anything like that. So yeah, this deal, if you were able to use it without those without that 30%, would have come to $3 total. Well, because I was able to use that 30%, it was essentially free, but $1 because I didn't have those 2 additional 50-cent coupons for the Lady Speed Stick. So this was still a good deal for me. Essentially it came to $1 in total. If we add that to the 98 cents out of pocket, or in total, that we were spending from the Colgate mouthwash, we have about $2 outstanding. And obviously when we're going through this, bear in mind we did have that 5 off of 25, and so that $5 is going to obviously absorb the $2, or the $1.98 essentially that we have outstanding. Okay guys, so let's move on to our last deal here. Our last deal is on the Gillette Venus Original Razors. Now just to kind of give you some background on this promotion this week, this was a sale item. All of the Venus Original and Men's Mach 3 disposable razors were on sale for $7.99, which is a great deal. I would probably say that Schick is a better deal in most cases if it does come up, just because Schick usually have a lot more razors in a pack. However, this was a great deal to pick up just because of the high value coupons we did have this week. So the original razor packs from Venus look a bit like this. They may seem to look a little bit different on the coupon picture. However, please don't always go by the coupon picture. Yes, it can sometimes give you a good idea of what you can pick up, but the picture is not kind of it doesn't tell you everything. The wording of the coupon tells you everything. So as long as you're picking up a Venus Original razor pack, then you needn't worry if some of the different razor packs in the picture on that coupon look a bit weird, or you don't want to particularly go for one of those. Just make sure that the wording kind of encompasses the one that you want to pick up. And I'll go into more detail about that when I cover maybe some wording on coupons in a different video, just so you can get a better hang of things like that. So I went for this Venus Tropical version for my mother-in-law because I thought it was a little bit cool, a little bit funky, had some really nice colours in it which I've never seen before in terms of razors, and these were the 3 blade razors, which is probably why there's only 3 available in this package, because it's probably a little bit of a better quality blade, which is always a good thing when it comes to shaving because we don't want to be nicking ourselves. So this week these were $7.99. We had a really high value coupon that we could print on coupons.com. This was a $4 coupon which was available on any Venus Original razors. I think there was also something else included, but what we need to be taking kind of or paying attention to is the fact that it is on Venus Original razors, so that's $4 straight off. This deal was also, if you buy any one, you would get one extra care book back. One extra care book is not great on something that's $7.99, but because of that high value coupon, we were able to kind of make this a great deal. We also had, or my mother-in-law also had, a personalised coupon which was $2 off any Venus disposables, and also I believe in my personal haul, which I will come to, I had a coupon which was $2 off any Venus razors, refills or disposables, and so that was totally okay to use on this deal as well, just if you received one that looked like that. Sometimes the wording on those coupons can be a little bit ambiguous, especially like the toothpaste ones sometimes can say $2 off a Colgate toothpaste or any other toothpaste. I'm not sure whether that's kind of almost a brand deal with CVS, where it's almost kind of convincing you to buy Colgate or convincing you to buy a specific brand, like Venus for example, but you can essentially use these coupons on anything, because it says "and any other" or any other disposables, like the particular Venus personalised coupon does this week. So like I said, this one that I had from my mother-in-law was a straight $2 off Venus disposables. My personal one was $2 off any razors, refills or disposables, so you could basically use both. That wasn't as ambiguous as they can get, but just bear that in mind and make sure that you double check the wording of your coupon, and if you have any queries or concerns, just check the cashier or the manager, or check with them just prior to checking out to make sure that everything is in order. So these were $7.99 for the razor pack. We were getting $1 in extra care books back. We had a $4 coupon from coupons.com and a $2 CVS personalised coupon, so we were paying $1.99 out of pocket for these razors, and we were getting that one extra care book back, so our outstanding cost here was 99 cents, which is a great deal. It doesn't kind of take a genius to work out that we had $1 out of, or 98 cents out of pocket for the Colgate mouthwash, $1 out of pocket for the Lady Speed Stick deal, and practically $1.99 out of pocket for this particular deal as well. So we basically were spending under $3 in total, and we had a 5 off a $25 purchase transaction coupon, so we were making around a $2 to $3 money maker here, or a $2, yeah, we were making about a $2 money maker in this particular case, so that was great. I'm kind of going to go and run it down the receipt now in the next little clip that I play for you, or that I play for you, play for yourself if you would like to see it. But yeah, I'm going to go through the summary in a minute, and you'll be able to kind of just get a good grasp of the receipt summary, how much we spent out of pocket, the running total, how many extra care books we were getting back, how much we were paying out of pocket, and how much we actually profited from or spent in the end. So if you give me 2 moments, we will get into that. Okay, so let's jump straight into the summary here as I promised. Before I do, I just want to let you know that this is the particular pouch that I use for my mother-in-law for storing all of her extra care books and receipts and everything like that in, as well as her coupons, and that's just because you may or may not have seen my recent Benton and Blair couponing pouch review of the one that I use for myself. I just like to keep hers separate as well, because I don't want to mix up my things with her things. You might think that that's maybe counterproductive just because I'm using kind of a different wallet. It just means things, especially in the beginning when we're starting to coupon, there's a lot less things that we need to kind of gather together. In my coupon hauls, I usually have a lot more coupons, a lot more personalised coupons, and so I like to keep all those together. I definitely don't want to mix those up with my mother-in-law's, neither do I want to mix my mother-in-law's things up with mine, because then we'll obviously make mistakes at the register. So she actually has her couponing belongings in this pouch. This pouch is actually from an Ipsy subscription box. If you are subscribed to Ipsy, or if you are subscribed to any beauty subscription boxes, they sometimes send out these nice little makeup pouches every single month when you get the box. These are so perfect for keeping your couponing supplies, just because they're a really nice, funky, kind of colourful, cute pouch. Obviously they don't have the separators that my Benton and Blair one does, and a lot of coupon binders do, but when you're first setting out, you don't have as much stuff to carry around with you, so it doesn't get as complicated. What I just like to do is I always kind of fold up my extra care books, my personalised coupons and my manufacturer digital coupons together in half, so that when I'm looking and at checkout I can see the ones that are folded up, and those are the ones I just need to quickly grab and take out and use in my transaction. All the ones that are still folded flat are all the ones that aren't involved in the transaction, and so that's how I easily separate the two despite having no binders. It would be super simple just to put a little card binder in here to separate, you know, just like the couponing wallet that I have, but just wanted to bear that in, you know, allow you to bear that in mind just if you want to do something like this. So what I did was I actually kept the receipt spare this time. I didn't, you know, cut the extra books off or anything like that, because I really did want to give you kind of a visual of what the receipt would look like, what you need to be checking out on the end of the receipt when you print this out at the register and before you leave the store, just give you a better idea of what you need to be looking for. So in total, on paper I spent around $30 running total. Like I said, I had a 5 off a 25 purchase, and so that obviously absorbed a lot of the out-of-pocket cost. So on this particular occasion I made around a $2 moneymaker. Now in reality that's not exactly the case, and this is something you do need to bear in mind. On paper, a lot of the prices in my case and in a lot of other cases are based on online prices. Online CVS prices are a great way to get a good ballpark figure for a particular product. However, you do need to bear in mind that online prices are usually a lot less expensive. Well, not a lot less, like maybe $1 to $2 less expensive depending on the product. And also you do need to bear in mind that prices can vary in terms of location, and also that tax is not applied. Obviously tax is applied at checkout, and obviously you need to take into account what percentage tax your state has as well. So on paper, yes, I spent $30, yes, I got, you know, $11 back in extra care books, and yes, in theory I only, you know, I had a $2 moneymaker. When you add tax and everything on like that, and the fact that you can't give direct, you know, exactly that amount of extra books to cover the total, you know, you do end up spending a little bit out of pocket. In this particular case I wasn't able to give over, you know, to the exact dollar what I was actually, you know, my out-of-pocket spend was when, you know, everything was taken off, and so I obviously did have to spend a little bit of, you know, real life cash. It was actually $1.74. Now if we take into account that my original moneymaker was supposed to be $2, we made about a 30-cent moneymaker or something around that. And so you do need to bear in mind that if you do these shopping lists beforehand, if you do use online prices, you do have to bear in mind that, you know, your in-store figure may differ very slightly just because of tax, just because of different prices, etc. And so yeah, I should have in theory made about a $2 moneymaker. However, you know, I did have to spend out a little bit in cash just because, you know, you can't always meet that exact out-of-pocket total with your extra care books. And so sometimes it can be really low, sometimes you can completely wipe the tax out depending on how close you can get to the dollar with your extra care books. In this case, it wasn't a week where I could get it really, really low or in, you know, under $1. And so you just have to live with that. You know, we made a $2 moneymaker in theory, we spent $1.74. So we still got free items essentially, and we just didn't kind of make exactly $2. And that's something you need to bear in mind in terms of, you know, watching other hauls, seeing other deals. You know, apart from a lot of people may having different coupons to you or different personalised coupons, you know, very minor things can vastly change the out-of-pocket spend, such as, like I said, you know, the extra books that you have. If you don't have small denominations so you can get it exactly to the dollar, you don't want to give extra books away and get rid of them, and, you know, if you're not actually using the full amount of them. And so, you know, you need to bear all these things in mind. And so when you are looking at deals, breakdowns, you know, videos, just bear these things in mind, that, you know, that it might seem like a great deal, but you may not be able to match it exactly, and that's totally okay. You just need to work out what the difference may be in your spend. So I also just wanted to mention here as well, at the bottom of the receipt I have the extra care books that printed for me this week. This is something I always want you to check after they print at the register. Just move to the side to let other people obviously go to the register after you, but do this I would say ideally before you leave the store. You could go into the car and have a look, but I would just double check it before you leave the store, just to make sure that the extra books that printed out at the bottom of your receipt do in fact match what you were expecting to get on your breakdown list. Now obviously in this case we were expecting to get 5 extra care books from the Colgate deal, 5 extra care books from the Lady Speed Stick deal, and $1 from the Gillette disposable deal, and that is exactly what we got. We did get $11. However, the very strange thing about in this particular case, and something I'm not going to bother arguing about because it's kind of it's neither here nor there because we still got $11 back, we got the 10 here and a 1 there, is I was expecting $5 back from Colgate and then another one with $5 back from the Lady Speed Stick. So we did get, I guess, those two combined for some reason. It always says on the extra care book what you got it for. In this case it says the $5 extra care books were also for spending $10 on select personal cleansing products, so it does seem as if those Lady Speed Stick and the Colgate deal were also kind of in the same deal, if that makes any sense. And so we basically did that deal twice, and that is why it's added together to make $10. So if you see something that is a little bit maybe something that you weren't expecting, just have a look at what it's printed for and then relate that to the weekly ad. If you do relate that to the weekly ad, you will find that Colgate and Lady Speed Stick are kind of in a very similar deal to one another, so that's why it's just printed out as a $10 extra care reward for me, which is totally fine. We can add that to the extra care books that my mother-in-law has still available to her, and yeah, we can hopefully get another transaction coupon on Thursday. If not, hopefully it'll print at the red box, or hopefully it will go to her app or online extra care account, and yeah, we can do another great deal next week as well, or an even better deal. Let's hope for that. So yeah, I hope you have really enjoyed watching this video. Again, I'm really sorry that there's been a big break in between my videos. I'm hoping to get my personal coupon deal kind of squared away at least by the end of the week. I was really hoping to get it up yesterday for you super early, but things just don't sometimes work out to plan, do they? I do also want to apologise about the noise that you may have heard behind me. It's been raining, and so things have been kind of trickling down, I guess, in the drain, and also planes seem to be going past like every 10 seconds, so I hope that hasn't bothered you too much. I hope to see you in my next video. Again, if you've got any video suggestions for me, please let me know, and if you do manage to pick up the Right Guard deal as well, let me know. If you've got any questions about sending in rebates, either check out the video tutorial that I'm going to link below that I've already posted, or just ask me in the questions. I would be happy to get back in touch with you. So yeah, have a fantastic evening and I will see you soon. Bye!